No, we haven't talked yet. I'm sure we hopefully will eventually, but yeah, no, I mean, we haven't talked. And honestly, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are expecting him to reach out and apologize. I don't expect an apology for anything. So I'm all good on my end. I don't know. I'm a big boy, I guess. So I don't get my feelings hurt easy. So no, like I said, I don't expect an apology. Nothing like that. So yeah, like I said last week, it is what it is, and I move on from things really fast.
Kind of from the team side, where we ended up and, how we felt about it. Obviously, we didn't, approve of, the way he reacted there, and obviously support NASCAR's decision. It was just, not good look for our team, but he's also, he's got to learn. And I truly believe if he had it to do all over again, he would do it different. Well, obviously he was certainly frustrated with the on-track part of it, which I totally understand. Larson put him in a bad spot there, and I've done it many times this year where I've, kind of squeezed. That's why William got so mad. These cars coming off the corner just have a weird air buffer that you get someone to the inside of you, and it just kind of pushes your car up. So I understand why he's mad, certainly, but I think he understands the bigger picture, and I kind of explained to him, it's tough when you got a big M on your back, and you're walking down the infield. It's just a bad look for us, and so he understands that. And again, we've all done tough stuff in our career that has defined us, and it's kind of how do you return from it that will define them.
It's NASCAR's decision. It's, whatever they thought was the right thing to do in that kind of case. And that's, I don't really speak on too many instances I'm not involved in. But, that's all NASCAR's kind of judgment call. And they kind of did what they thought was fit for it. It's good that NASCAR is putting kind of the law down, right? Like they hammer down on things that they think is wrong, and they want to act. It's the only way you can kind of police it, right? You have to do those things, and at the end of the day, like I said, it's their call. If they see something that they don't like, I expect them to act on it, and they have the last couple of weeks. You never think that, if I do something malicious with intent or something like that, I can get away with it. You always think there's going to be law and order, but I personally like that they're enforcing things.
What's acceptable to NASCAR? What's acceptable to you as an individual? Those type of things are probably, I always say sports test your morals and test your character a lot of times, and sometimes it's tough to balance all that in the heat of a moment. It's hard, right? It's hard. It's hard to imagine yourself inside of a race car if you haven't done it before, and you sometimes make decisions that you're not proud of later on, but you learn lessons every time. I've made mistakes and made dumb decisions inside race cars that I regret, but I've learned from every one of them, and I feel like I really know where my line is now, 15 years later. But I gotta know where my line is and what I feel is acceptable or not on the racetrack. You learn where that is by either experiencing it yourself and going through it, which is not fun, or watching others.
Yeah, I definitely think that their penalties need to be severe, right? We've kind of seen it, I feel like, over the last couple of years get out of hand a little bit, just because I think guys have felt comfortable to do certain things and know that there's probably not going to be, major repercussions. And I think they're trying to kind of get the ball back in their court to where, they have a little more control probably, which I think is probably needed because it has gotten out of hand. Look at how we race at the end of these road course races. There's just no respect a lot of the time and things like that. So, yeah, I definitely think, what they're doing from my side is well received. I think, it could honestly, every case is different, but it wouldn't surprise me if they even got more severe at times, just to try to get that control back. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't really change, I don't feel like, how I drive. There's some guys that probably, that are maybe frustrated with it because they feel like they can't take things into their own hands as much. But